What in the world? It's always a scary thought when you get over here to the hayfield and you see cows outside the fence. Well, we got cows in the hayfield. That's not usually what you want to hear, but no, we finally got that electric fence put up, and cows got put out there either yesterday or the day before yesterday while I was at work. But anyway, we got the cows out there. We got some bush hogging going on. You want to see me touch the electric fence? No. Alright, so I know I hit on this a little bit the other day, but I just kind of want to take a second and reiterate what it is that we're doing. This hayfield is probably about 10 inches tall, or was, and it could probably be cut again for hay, but I mean, to get, 6 or 8 bales off of it compared to the 15, 16, 17 that we normally get off of it, it just ain't worth it. So what we did was we put electric fence around it, and we turned the cows out on it, and we're gonna leave them out there for a couple days, let them graze it down. That's gonna do a couple things. That's gonna help us out because we're not having to feed hay as early. That's gonna give them a little bit better nutrients than what they can get out of just dry hay anyway. That's also gonna put organic matter back into the field. When we pull these cows off, I got a tire drag over there, and we'll bring it over here and we'll drag this whole field with tires, and we'll spread that manure out and put that organic matter back into the soil. That's a big cow to make a patty that size. All right, I need y'all's opinion on something. So this is a hayfield that you seen us drill a couple videos back, and it ain't looking so hot. So I'm gonna get y'all's opinion and see what you think. The field is pretty inconsistent in my book. There are some places where the seed didn't come up at all. There's some places where it come up great. There's some places where it's marginal. You can see the lines going through the field right there where the planter went. And then you come back about 12 feet. There's no lines no more. So this field got planted about a month and a half ago. We've had perfect weather, I feel like. The seed stayed in the ground maybe a day and a half, 2 days before it rained. We've had plenty of sunshine. We've had some warm weather. We've had some cold weather. We've had ample amounts of rain. It hadn't gone more than maybe 10, 12 days without rain. I feel like it ought to be doing better than what it is, and it's kind of disappointing me. Now this field probably needs a little bit of fertilizer. I'm not gonna lie about it. Probably needs a little bit of lime. Probably needs a lot of lime. But compared to the field that is next to it, this field is looking absolutely terrible. The field next to it, we just bush hogged the crap out of it and planted straight into bush hog stubble. That field over there, the grass is also a lot taller, so it's got more to compete with to get up out of the ground and get established, compared to this field, which was a short crop that it didn't have hardly any competition to compete with for sunshine and have a chance to get shaded out. But still, that field looks better than this field. Here's another spot that I'm talking about. You can see the line's great there. It looks like it's coming up. Still ain't as high as it ought to be, I feel like. But then you step back and it just disappears. Now, there's a good little patch of it right there. Leaves are probably 10 inches tall, good and broad. That spot's looking good. The rest of it, however, looks terrible. So I don't know what I did. I don't know if I went too fast. I don't know if the birds pecked all the seed out of the ground. I don't know if the seed got covered up good. I don't know if it got too hot. I don't know. I can't figure it out. It's so inconsistent that I can't come up with nothing. We'll go check out this other field and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So you can already tell the difference in this field just in the first pass that I made. Never mind that little strip. Grass is tall. Looks a lot greener. Even though it had more stuff to compete with. So like I said, I don't really understand it because this field had way more stuff for the new grass to compete with than the hay field did. But something that I do find interesting is you can see this part of the field stays in the shade a good majority of the day. But if you get out here where the sun is beating down on it, and maybe it gets a little bit more heat on it, it don't look like it's doing as good, but it's still coming up. You can still see it. So I'm almost wondering, is it getting too hot? Did I plant it too soon? I mean, what's the deal here? Something's got to give. So once again, you can still see all my lines. You can see that the grass is coming up. You can still see where I made every single pass, for the most part. But you get in here in the shade, and man, does that make a difference. Then you hit this spot, and it looks like you planted a green field right here. And you get back out in the sun, looks like the rest of it. With this being a wintertime grass, I'm almost wondering if the temperatures being in the high 70s, sometimes low 80s, if it almost didn't stun it just a little bit. If it almost needs a couple cold mornings to kind of help it get going, help it keep growing a little bit. But we've been waiting on the frost to kill the grass off, so that the grass, what's left of the summertime grass, don't use up the nutrients that we're putting down for the fertilizer. Did I explain that right? Are y'all keeping up? Probably not. Clear as mud. Yeah, that's kind of what I feel like too. All right, so drop me a comment. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Tell me what's going on.